All right. Thank you guys for tuning in to Empower You Crown Up. Today we have a special guest here, Miss Karen Larkin. So without further ado, we're going to bring her to the stage. Hi, Karen. How are
Hi,
you?
I'm great. How are you? Thank you for
So
having me.
good. You're so welcome. I'm so glad to get you on here. Like, we're just so excited to have you. Tell us about who you are, Karen, and what it is that you do.
Oh, wow. I'm excited to be here, Brittany. Thank you for inviting me. But I'm Karen Larkin, and I help home based business owners, coaches, speakers, authors, entrepreneurs create peaceful and tranquil environments that will cultivate productivity and creativity, decrease stress and anxiety, all while promoting your overall well being.
Oh my
So
goodness.
that's
I
what I
love
do.
that. I love that so much because I work a lot with mental health and helping moms, educators, and entrepreneurs. And so when I think about the mental health piece and using different modalities such as cognitive behavior therapy and all of that, honestly, what you do could come right into their space and just help them to get it together. So that way,
Yes.
then they can work on the other pieces.
Exactly, exactly,
Yes.
exactly. As a matter of fact, I oftentimes say that we have to begin to live in peace to be at peace, and it starts in our space first. And a lot of people don't look at the space in which they live or the space in which they're working in as a of importance, but it is. It's so important. It's so important to your attitude as well as your behavior as well as your productivity. So the
Mm.
space is more important than people think, or a lot of times we just don't imagine or think about our space.
That's so true because I can't tell you how many times like I had my office is decluttered, and then next thing I know, I got toys here, paper here, things are piled up, and of course, we always tell ourselves a lie, like I know where everything is, but when I'm looking for something, I need that piece of paper that I need to get mailed off or turned in. I can't find it. I'm going through everything piled up, like asking the kids who moved my stuff. I know it was right here. And really, it comes down to really just taking the time to declutter and get in tune with yourself to create peace and really want that peace in your life. So I think that's amazing. How did you get into this space of helping people? Like,
Oh, wow. Well, actually, I'm an interior designer by my trade or my business, and actually have been doing this all of my life. I did not realize that it was a gift, number one, nor did I realize that it was the call that was on my life.
mm,
I remember just feeling a heaviness in my own space and just never could figure it out, like what it is. I couldn't pinpoint it. Um, and actually, one day I started just redoing some things, all because I changed some window treatments. And by
mm,
changing those window treatments instantly, what I felt, that heaviness I felt, my space felt lighter. Um, I could instantly feel like I could breathe. And
yeah,
and then God really spoke to me saying that's the indication of things being redone in your life. So
mm,
I literally went through my own space and redid everything, because even with this heaviness, I was also searching, like, God, what's my purpose? What is the direction that you have for my life? And really trying to discover and find myself in what God had truly called me to do, and did not know it. And so basically, after redoing this, I kind of start showing people. I thought I was going to be design on a budget type girl, and I start redoing things in my house and really showing people how you can redesign a space without spending a whole lot of money.
Mhm.
And I literally had people start reaching out to me, like on social media, like, well, can you help me? Can you show me how to do this? Had no clue this is what I was going to be doing. And I'll never forget the very first hired job that I got as an interior designer. Um, I got this feedback from my clients, like they didn't feel the same in their space anymore. They felt different. They could not wait to get home. And once again, that's when the Lord starts speaking to me. It's that I've called you to create peace, or peaceful and tranquil environments for people to really truly relax and enjoy, going home. And I often say, for the first time when the pandemic hit, that was the first time that we were all confined to our homes. And
Mhm.
I mean, we get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life and never really fully lived in our homes. We looked at it as, okay, this is just a place that I live, or, I sleep, blah, blah, blah. We were always in and out. But for the first time, we really was confined, and it allowed us the opportunity to truly take a look at our space. And for most of us, we hated our space. We did not like it.
That's
We
right.
did not like how it made us feel. And so out of all of this, in 20, Karina's Design Studio was birthed. And I did not fully understand my purpose until I would get feedback from my clients and how their space felt. Then I start digging more into the mental aspects of our space. And one thing that I say, when it comes to clutter, the best indication of what's going on in your life is the clutter that you see in your space.
Mm.
That's indication of the clutter that's in your life. And how can we move forward if we don't clutter, or declutter not only our space, but we also have to declutter our life, and they kind of go hand in hand. Once you start decluttering your space,
Mm.
it puts you in tune with yourself, and then you automatically start to reevaluate your life and start looking at those things that no longer serve you, or things that
Yeah.
are taking up space. So they kind of go hand in hand. Once you start working on your space, it gives you that mental clarity that you can now see a little better, and you start just, it's almost like it's automatic that you automatically start focusing on yourself, where you're going, what you want, the direction, and all of these things. So
Oh
that's how
my
I got
goodness.
into
I
it. It was
love that.
God.
I love that. And so that just brings me to thinking of like when you were a child, did you ever dream of being this woman who could just go in and just create tranquility in people's lives? Because there's so much going on in this world. Like we look on social media and it's like we know word of mouth travels faster than anything, but if it's negative, it's going to hit the world, hit the fan so fast compared to if it's positive. So did you ever dream of being this woman that would create peace and tranquility in other people's lives?
I didn't. I never saw this for myself. And like I said, I never thought, because like I said, I've been doing it all of my life. I can remember being a little girl. My mom literally let me pick out stuff for my room. She just bought it, but I would put it together. And like I said, I thought that everybody knew how to do it. Like, it came natural to me, but I did not know that this was a gift until in 20 or 2019.
Mm,
That's when it was like, oh, this is a gift. And I did not know it. So it wasn't a desire of mine. It wasn't a dream of mine. But I also knew that I was in a phase or in a position in my life where I was seeking God and
mm,
wanting to know, God, what have you created me to do?
yeah.
What's my true purpose? And just trying to find, like, where he wanted me, what he had called me to do. And I honestly thought that everybody knew how to decorate. So when people would reach out to me, I was kind of shocked, like, oh, you need my help? Like, I honestly thought everybody knew how to do it. But now doing it now for the last 3 years, going into year four now, I
Yeah.
realize that there are a lot of people, they know what they want, but they don't know how to put it together. And
Hmm.
it's bigger than just beautiful home decor things that you see. It's bigger than that. I like to tell people or my clients is that we give so much of ourselves every single day, whether it's to our family, our jobs,
Hmm.
other people, just being, servants, because that's what God has called all of us to do, is to serve. But what gives to us? What we pour out so much, but do
Hmm.
we truly have anything that pours back into us? And I feel and I know it should be your space. Your space should be that place where there's true peace, and it should pour back into you. That means you can't wait to get there, because there's that sense of peace, as well as the presence of God that resides there. So that's what pours back into you, because God fills us back up when we've emptied out everything to his people. So your home is designed to pour back into you and to fuel you back up so you can reset, refocus, recharge, rejuvenate, all of those things. So
I
that
love that. And that just piggybacks on what I was reading today. I was reading this journal about finding your purpose, and she has different prompts in it by Dr. Sheffield. And she talks about what is in your life that you're doing, that you're overexerting so much to other people. You need to turn around and give that same energy to yourself. And I love what you just said. Like, so many times we're giving, 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 pouring, 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 and we become immune to our own areas, our own spaces, because we're just going and coming, going and coming. And we have to stop and think and just reflect and say, what is it, God, that you want me to do? And who would ever know it starts with your space? And I love how you said you thought everyone could decorate because that was your bubble. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I am not the decorating queen. Okay, I do not with a passion. So I already told you, millions are coming, and therefore you're gonna be decorating my places and my
but
plant
I can't wait.
houses.
I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to do it.
Yeah.
But
So, oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
oh no, I'm sorry. You go ahead. Carry on.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, as we come to a close, we would love for you to leave some empowering words with our audience and tell us, like, what is your favorite quote or your favorite scripture or both? What is it that empowers you and keeps you going, even on your worst days that you're like, man, I don't have anything else left in me to give, but I keep going.
Well, one thing is I'm really, really big on peace, and I've come to this juncture in my life where my peace is priceless and it's everything to me, and
Mhm.
I will not allow anybody or nothing to disrupt my peace.
Mm.
Um, and because without my peace, how can I truly be who God has created and called me to be, and how can I serve his people if my inner peace is all messed up? So my quote that I absolutely love is live in peace to be at peace. We got to begin
Mm.
to live at peace in order to be at peace, because peace, it's an inner thing, and once you begin to live in it, it actually exudes out. And I often tell people now is that we have to create this atmosphere for the presence of God to reside in. God doesn't
Yeah.
reside, or he cannot reside in chaos or clutter or confusion or anything that's out of alignment. So we have to create an environment that's conducive for his presence, because he has everything that we need. So we have to do that. And one of my very, very favorite quotes that I love by Maya Angelou is, you may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats, excuse me, so you can know
That's
who
right.
you are, what you can rise from, how you can still come out of it. So
Yes.
we're going to encounter a lot of things on this journey, but we can't allow those things to defeat us. So
Mhm.
everything starts within our space. It starts there
Yeah,
first,
I
and
love
it
that so
affects
much.
us more than we think. And it
Mm.
starts right here first in our mind.
In our mind. Well, Karen,
Mhm.
thank you for sharing all of those nuggets. How can our community and our listeners follow up with you? They might say, you know, I need to get my area redesigned, redecorated. How can they stay connected with you, get some of that peace?
Well, I'm glad you asked, and I did not bring my book, but I have a book entitled "Peace Within These Walls." It's a new book. I'm super excited about it, and it's using it's a guide to use interior design elements to create peaceful and tranquil environments. So it's entitled "Peace Within These Walls," but if you go to www.createpeaceathome.com, I have a free gift for you, and it's 5 essential elements that you can start using in your space today without spending a dime
Oh,
to start
yes.
creating that environment. And that's another way if you want to connect with me, you can schedule a call with me, or you can get my book, but go to www.createpeaceathome.com and get your free gift and connect with me. I would love to help you.
Oh, goodness. Well, thank you so much, Karen. It has been a pleasure to have you on our episode today at Empower You Crown Up. Thank you so much, and we will definitely be in touch.
Well, thank you for having me, Brittany. Everybody have a great day.